Okay, so if you're one of the few people who actually watches this channel, you are in for a treat because I just did my fesh vlog. I am doing this one. I'm gonna try to do something for the Thanksgiving baking, which I'm actually starting on tonight. I might do a small business Saturday vlog. So we could have a lot of quality content coming your way. Um, cat, leave me alone. Um, So anyways, this is just a message. It's meant for anyone who is fearful or anxious or nervous or any of all those twisty, nasty emotions, or having feelings like that about Thanksgiving, about the amount of food that will be available, that amount of food you might end up eating. And the reason why I want to talk about this, just a really quick, reduced down run through of my history. I've had a number of holidays, not only Thanksgiving, but like Christmases and birthdays and you name it, where my memories are less about the day itself, less about what I did, less about spending time with my family, but more about the days leading up, the fear of overeating, the fear of suddenly gaining a ton of weight, the restricting and the over exercising because I thought I had to create a huge deficit in order to justify eating that much, and then, going into the feast starved enough that something in my amygdala basically got afraid that there wouldn't be food again, and then just compulsive binging. And I know that it's kind of tricky to talk about, oh, well, it's a holiday where you're meant to eat a whole ton. Is that, you're calling that a binge? There's a difference between willfully deciding that you're gonna eat a ton and just not being able to stop and feeling like a compulsion. And then the days after that, all that, instead of fear, there was guilt and shame and regret, and then right back in with the restricting and the over-exercising in an attempt to make up for it. And those are the memories I have. And I think that's really sad. I don't want to have another year like that. I don't want anyone else to feel that way either. And I don't want to get too much into the details, but you know what, I'm not going to get into the details at all, but it's tricky. And so my message to you, you may feel the temptation to willfully ignore your hunger. Maybe you did yesterday. Maybe you want to today or tomorrow, and maybe you're just not going to eat until your Thanksgiving meal, whenever in the day that ends up being. But please try not to give in to that compulsion. Please eat if you're hungry. Please don't let fear keep you from feeding your body. And, if you do go out and exercise, please do it because you genuinely love it and not because you're obsessed with burning calories. Or do it if you're like me and you have to end up dancing a whole lot because you're training for a rock, and it's so close. So there's that message. And then if you do eat more than you planned, well, regret is not a productive emotion. Guilt is not a productive emotion. And you have to move on and go back and, honor your hunger and not let that weigh you down. It's only food. It's not going to hurt you. Even if you sit down and eat the entire turkey and 5 pies and a bottle of wine and a container of ice cream, that's not going to hurt you. You might have a stomach ache, but you'll be fine. And that's probably not very reassuring. That would not have reassured me a year ago. That would not have reassured me ever, but I'm trying. And I did want to make sure I said that. And there was one other thing. So, yeah, just going to sound like a Hallmark card, but all those other things, with those fears and thoughts and behaviors, they distract. Yeah, so cheesy. I can't believe I'm saying this. They distract from what the holiday is about, which is giving thanks. And, you know, if you have family to go to, spend time with them, enjoy their company, and be thankful for them. Be thankful that you have food on your plate, even if you're afraid of it. Because not a lot of people do. And just focus on that. Try to make those your memories. But fear and food should not go together. Guilt and food should not go together unless you stole your coworker's leftover Thanksgiving sandwich because that was the only good thing he had going on in his life. And you stole it, and you only ate half of it, and you threw the other half away. That's the only time you should feel guilty at Thanksgiving, if you're a monster who does something like that. And if you get the reference, then thumbs up to you. So that's all I had to say. Please try not to be afraid of Thanksgiving. It's hard, but try not to feel guilt after, because like that, those emotions just taint your memories and your life. And like I said, they're not productive. They're not going to help you. They're just going to make you miserable. I don't want to be miserable. I don't want you to be miserable. My battery is about to die and I'm running on fumes here. So be safe, have fun, and I guess the next time you'll be hearing from me, you get to see me bake and probably make a disaster of my kitchen. It's going to be fun. Bye now.